What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Tonight we take a look at MLB Pipeline's updated top 100 prospects. Let's get to it. Man, what's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Hello. How are we doing? Got around 40 people in the chat to start things off. Hopefully we get a few more trickling in the next hour or so. But still seeing a lot of familiar faces like always. Appreciate you guys always coming out. Tonight, we're going to take a look at the updated MLB Pipeline Top 100 Prospects. We just looked at Baseball America the other night. They updated their Top 100 Prospects. So I find it fitting. Let's go take a look at MLB Pipeline's Top 100. So everyone, hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I actually did not go to work today. In case you missed it, I put up 2 videos today. I had a couple of appointments to go to today. I went to the dentist today. Went to go get my eyes checked out a little bit. I'm blind as a bat, so I had to get my yearly eye exam today. Went to the dentist too. My gums kind of hurt, but we're going to truck on through tonight. Here we go. So, but in case you did miss it, I did post a couple of videos today. Let me actually go share the screen really quick here. So, I actually put today, the Dodgers came out with their, they came out with their city jersey today. So I decided to grade all 7 of the city jerseys. So if you'd like to go take a look at that, feel free. And then also Major League Baseball, there was a report out there, according to The Athletic, that they will be possibly introducing a salary floor. So if you want to get more information on that, you can go watch that video right there. So also, everyone, I want to point out something. Soon, I know some of you out there are big out of the park baseball fans. I'm going to start using this a little bit. I've been kind of taking a peek at it here and there. And, you know, there's a lot of cool things that we can do with out of the park baseball. A lot of cool scenarios. You could do a lot of what if scenarios. You could also do, you know, historical exhibitions as well. We could do really anything on out of the park baseball. You know, really, when you look into it, this is one of the most impressive simulations I think I've ever seen. I mean, I'm like looking at it, it's almost like too much, where I'm like, whoa, I have to like kind of take a break from it a little bit and kind of go back to it, because it's like, whoa, it's so impressive. But yeah, this is where, you know, we could really start getting creative with some things. I mean, we could go, you know, go get the, I don't know, the 1927 Yankees and put them up against the, I don't know, 2019 Nationals. We can do like a World Series like that. I don't know. We can do like a lot of what if scenarios on this channel. So I really want to start breaking this out soon. So be on the lookout for anything in the community tab, to where I'm going to ask you guys, you know, maybe some things that you would like to see. I mean, I could even go do stuff like, you know, like there was the A-Rod trade back in 2004. You know, what if A-Rod actually went to the Red Sox? We could go play it out and see how his career would have gone with the Red Sox. Would the Red Sox have been any better by getting Alex Rodriguez? You could do so many different scenarios. I mean, you could even do one. What if the Nationals, I don't know, hung on to Bryce Harper? Or what if the Nationals traded Bryce Harper to the Astros back a couple of years ago? There's so many different scenarios that you could do. But yeah, be on the lookout for this. I'm really interested in doing out of the park baseball soon. I am going to be doing MLB The Show content soon, getting myself kind of ready for that. So you guys actually did awesome on that poll the other night, and that was fantastic. If you go take a look here at the poll that I did, we did which last place team am I going to rebuild first, and you guys destroyed it. Over 1,300 votes on this, and 40% of you have picked the Diamondbacks, so that will be the first team to rebuild on MLB The Show 21. So before I get to the top 100 prospects, if you guys can, if anyone's new right now, think about hitting that subscribe button for me. We're getting on the road here to 14,000 subscribers. We just hit 13,000 recently. We're almost at 13.1 now. So anyone new, think about hitting that subscribe button. Everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. Please also hit that bell button so you get notified of everything. I'm noticing YouTube lately that not a lot of the notifications are getting sent out. I don't know why. I don't know. YouTube is just kind of annoying sometimes. So everyone, please, if you can, hit that bell button. It's right there on the screen somewhere. And hit that share button as well if you want to get this out there to anyone that would like to come on in tonight. So like I said, enough of me kind of just yapping away here. I'm going to get to the prospects here. Again, we're going to be looking at MLB Pipeline's top 100 prospects. So we might as well go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be kind of going back and forth between MLB Pipeline as well as Baseball America. I'm going to kind of look at the two. I'm going to see how they're similar, how they're different. So let's go take a look. Okay. All right, music on, good to go. Okay, alrighty, we're good to go. Rabin, thank you very much, my friend. Hey, we might have to do a Cubs rebuild. So be on the lookout for any polls in the future. That way you guys can vote. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. We had Daniel Espino. I mean, this was a guy, hard-throwing guy for the Indian system. Let's actually take a look. So again, I'm going to be looking at Baseball America here. Where did they have Espino? I feel like so just in case you missed it the other night, I tend to lean more towards Baseball America. I like MLB Pipeline's presentation. I like how they have everything nicely laid out. It's Baseball America. They have fantastic information, but I feel like personally Pipeline, they just do a way better job at just laying everything out for you to be friendly on the eyes. Baseball America can be sometimes a little, nitpicky to kind of navigate. So Pipeline, I'm a fan of Pipeline too. But Espino, Baseball America, they had him at 91. So with Espino, you're getting big fastball with him. Oh, look, they've actually updated the. Oh, they're kind of doing more. Oh, okay, so this looks different here. So actually, real quick, I'm gonna move this screen over so that way you guys can. Wait, hold on. Let me fix this. So that way you guys can see everything. Hold on 1 second. Okay, that should be good now. All right. Okay, so let's see if that looks any better. Zachary White has just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. We can see everything here now. So, taking a look here. So they've actually updated their scouting grades to where it's laid out like this. They used to have it kind of more on top of each other, but now they have it in just kind of like a sentence form. That's what Baseball America likes to do. So it looks like MLB Pipeline has maybe copied Baseball America a little bit. So, but taking a look with Espino, you're getting a big fastball, curveball, slider at a 60, changeup at a 50 control. So Espino, this is a fun one to keep an eye out for in the Indian system. He's having an okay season this year. In single A, he was a lot better than he's been in high A ball. But, 64 strikeouts through 42 and 2/3 innings. That's pretty decent if you ask me. He's still got a lot of strikeouts so far through 23. So Espino, someone to keep an eye out for in the Indian system. Got a really good fastball there. So he was actually just drafted back in 2019 in the first round. So Sam Huff, this is a guy that we saw in Texas last year. He was actually doing really good in Texas last year. It threw 31 at-bats. I mean, the guy had a 355 average, 3 home runs, a 394 on base. So not really sure what happened there with him, but I'm guessing there was something going on where they just wanted him to get some more work down in AAA, or Double-A actually. He's in Double-A right now. He's actually struggling, so I don't know if there's something going wackadoodle with his swing or whatever. So, but as of right now, he's only hitting 202. The power has fallen off. I mean, this guy had 28 home runs back in 2019, and he's only at 8 home runs this year. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, he's only. It looks like maybe he was hurt too. He hasn't really played all that much. So I think he's actually been hurt. What do they have to say on the bio? I don't want to just spend too much time looking, but I think there was probably something going on injury-wise if he wasn't playing all that much. But Sam Huff, be on the lookout for him. This is a power-hitting catcher. When you take a look at his arm, very good. He's decent in the field, but it's a power-hitting catcher. So Sam Huff, you definitely could see up with the Rangers sometime soon. We got Matt McClain. He was just drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. Nice to see him break the top 100 here. So in my opinion, you're getting a really solid guy. You're getting a solid middle infielder. He can play shortstop. He's got a good arm, so that should mean that he could stick at shortstop for the most part. I could see this guy kind of moving back and forth. I could see him playing some short, some third, some second, maybe even a little bit of outfield. I mean, especially with that arm and especially with his speed. So this is a guy who could end up, I think, to be like a super utility kind of a guy. So I don't know. In my opinion, this is like a winning ball player, if you ask me. He's got a great hit tool. This guy just gets it done. And in the minor leagues this year, he's off to a great start. He's hitting .381 with a .435 on base. So Matt McClain, keep an eye out for him. Mike, and he was not in Baseball America's top 100. So something to consider as well. Michael Harris, I believe he was a little higher than this on Baseball America's. So they had him at 61. So MLB Pipeline is not as friendly with Michael Harris, but with a Michael Harris getting a 55 hit, you're getting a really good athlete with a 60 run, a good arm. This year in the minors, 352 on base, got a 302 average, so he's doing really well. I feel like I feel like he probably gets a little bit of a bump here. I appreciate Matt McClain, even like Sal Frelick is doing really well, but I don't know. I feel like Michael Harris, he's further along in the minor leagues, but I don't know. I feel like maybe he should be a little higher than this. But Michael Harris, definitely a good athletic outfield prospect to look out for the Braves. Sal Frelick, this is one of my favorite draft prospects this year. Like I said, Frelick, he's doing awesome right now. He's doing awesome. I mean, look at the on base, a 456 on base right now, and that is between rookie and A ball. He's hitting 415. I mean, come on. This guy's just doing great. I mean, off to a great start in his professional career. What you're getting with a Frelick, you're getting a heck of an athlete with a 70 run. Good hit tool. This is like a top of the order kind of a guy in the future. So the Brewers, I really like that pick for them. Sam Bachman just got drafted as well. I feel like we're going to see a lot of favoritism towards the recently drafted guys. So we've already seen 3 guys already make the top 100. So, and I don't even think Baseball America had these guys at all in their top 100. So interesting. But with a Sam Bachman, this is a guy, big fastball. You're getting a really good slider, getting a good changeup. So Bachman, how is he doing? I'm sure he's gotten 2 starts already, 4.50 ERA, and he's already in high A ball. So I think this is a guy that could really progress. I wouldn't be surprised to see him next year with the Angels. So be on the lookout for Sam Bachman. Braylon Marquez dealing with some shoulder stuff this year. In the end, Braylon Marquez, this is still a very exciting pitching prospect for the Cubs to keep an eye out for. 80 fastball, big fastball. He's already had a taste of the major leagues so far. Good slider, good changeup. So Braylon Marquez, like I said, he's been dealing with some shoulder stuff this year, hasn't even pitched, so got to keep an eye out for that. We got Leover Peguero. I feel like he was right around here on Baseball Americas. Did I type that in wrong? Peguero. I think I typed that wrong. Oops. So he's at number 80 on MLB on Baseball America, while Pipeline has him at number 93. But this year in high A ball, he's not really doing too much. He's got a 261 average, 11 home runs, 36 RBIs. He's got 18 stolen bases. So, I mean, for the Pirates, this is a guy, when you look at the scouting report, he's got a 55 hit. He's a good athlete. He's got some speed, good arm. So, got to keep an eye out for those stats. He's not really doing too great as of right now, but hey, we'll have to see how he does for the rest of this year and next year as well. Jackson Cower, I believe he was higher on Baseball America. He was at number 70. So Baseball America, they're so far in the early going here on Pipeline. Baseball America has a lot of these guys ranked higher. So while Pipeline had some guys that weren't even in Baseball America's top 100. So interesting to consider there. So but Cower, I like me some Jackson Cower, a 60 fastball. He's got I said this the other night. I'm a sucker for a good changeup. He's got a 70 changeup. You like to see that. And this year in the minors in AAA, he's having a decent year. 3.7, or he's still in AAA. He's got a 3.75 ERA, 99 strikeouts through around 70 innings. So Cower, there's a lot of good pitching in that Royals system. Got to see how these guys end up developing. Greg Jones. I don't think Greg Jones was in Baseball Americas. No. So Greg Jones was not in Baseball Americas, and he is at number 91 on Pipeline. So this year with a Greg Jones, just in case anyone's not familiar, this guy's a heck of an athlete. 70 run tool. He's got a 55 arm. So he's decent, hitting and power. He was Tampa Bay's first-round pick back in 2019, or the 22nd pick. And, hey, he's doing all right this year, or at least in high A he was. He had a 389 on base, a 291 average. He had 13 home runs, 38 RBIs. A bit of a slow start in Double A, but this is a heck of an athlete. I feel like Greg Jones is someone to, like a lot of these guys, to keep an eye out for. So I love those athletes down in the minor leagues. Moving on to Justin Foscue. Did not see him in Baseball America's Top 100. He is doing awesome this year. I mean, look at how he's progressed all the way from rookie to Double A this year. So it looks like he's hitting some learning curve in Double A, which is not surprising. Double A, you're going to have a lot of talent at that level. So it looks like he's going to need some more time to adjust. But in the lower levels, he was doing really good. In high A ball, he was hitting 296 with 14 home runs, 35 RBIs. Justin Foscue is kind of one of these guys. He's kind of like that glue kind of a player that can be on your major league team, like just a solid middle infield guy, someone that can be your second baseman, and you don't have to worry about it. You can just plug him in for the next few years, and you know you're going to be taken care of with a Justin Foscue. College player. Really like Justin Foscue coming out of that draft. A lot of people thought maybe the Rangers they reached a little bit for him, but in the end, I liked the player. He's just a good all-around, like a leader kind of a player. So, like me, a Justin Foscue at number 90. Gabriel Arias, he was also not on Baseball America's Top 100. So, hey, with a Gabriel Arias, you're going to be getting a good amount of fielding with him. So that's the I just said that wrong. The straw that stirs his drink is his glove. He's got a 75 arm. He's got a 60 field. So this is a shortstop to where the Indians definitely defensively will be able to count on. So the only thing with him, it's really just the bat with him. He does have a 55 power and a 50 hit. And this year, he's okay. He's hitting 275, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. He's striking out a lot compared to how many times he's walking, but he is still putting together a 348 on base in AAA. So Gabriel Arias, would not be surprised to see him be somewhere in that infield for the Indians sooner rather than later. Jordan Balazovic. This is a guy where he has had 14 starts in AA for the Twins this year. He's just kind of one of these guys where I see him being like a third or a fourth starter in a rotation. He's got a big fastball. He's got a good slider, good changeup. He's good with the control. So he's not going to be like, in my opinion, he's not going to be like one of these dominant kind of guys, but just a solid middle of the rotation kind of a guy, if you ask me. But he's having some good stats this year. Moving on, Heliot Ramos. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I am sorry if I pronounced any of these wrong. But with a Ramos, he's not really doing too much in the minors this year between AA and AAA. Only hitting 239 combined. I mean, I don't know, only a 327 on base combined. So he's got to work on some things down there. But with a Heliot Ramos, you are getting a pretty decent all-around player. 50 hit, 55 power, 50 run, 60 arm, 50 field. So I have to see how he does with the stats moving forward. Drew Waters, I feel like this is a guy that maybe should be a little higher on this list. I mean, this is a very athletic guy. He's got a good hit tool, decent power. He's good in the field. I think Drew Waters, this is a guy that can help out the Braves in September. Absolutely could be a September call-up. He's got a 351 on base in AAA, a 251 average. Is a little low, but you know, whatever. He's got how many home runs here? He's got 8 home runs this year. You'd like to see that get a little better. He is striking out a bit, but he does have 20 stolen bases. So I think he's going to be able to help out the Braves with his legs, and he's going to be able to help them out with the fielding as well. So look out for a Drew Waters in September for the Atlanta Braves. Bobby Miller. I believe Bobby Miller is the number 1 prospect in the Dodgers system right now. No, I was wrong. So he's I believe, on Baseball America. Isn't he the number 1 in Baseball America? On the Dodgers? Or am I wrong? No, he is number 1 on Baseball America. Baseball America. So, number 2, they have Diego Cartaya. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And they have him number 1 on here. So, on Pipeline, he is number 4. I don't know if they've updated this, so something to consider. But But for Bobby Miller, you're getting a heck of a fastball with a Bobby Miller. 65 fastball, 50 curveball, 60 slider, 55 changeup. So like me some Bobby Miller for the LA Dodgers in high A ball as of right now. He's got a 2.03 ERA. He's getting it done. 53 Ks in 44 and a third innings. So moving on, a Luis Matos coming in at number 84. So with a Matos in A-ball right now, a 326 average, 12 home runs. He's got 71 RBIs, 18 stolen bases. So as of right now, between him and Ramos, these two outfielders in the Giants system, Matos definitely is progressing a lot better as of right now. So at least, I mean, he is in just an A-ball as of right now, but he's putting up great numbers. So you got to love that 60 hit. You got to love the 55 run. So excited to see what Matos can do. Colton Cowser just got drafted number 5 overall by the Orioles in the draft this year. So I like me some Colton Cowser. I think this was a guy, if you were going to reach for a guy in the draft this past year, I thought this was the guy. And the Orioles, that's what they like to do. And that's exactly what they did. So I like me some Colton Cowser. 60 hit. He's got a 60 run, 55 field. So far, this guy's off to a scorching start in rookie ball in 22 at-bats. He had a 560 on base. He was hitting 500. And then in A-ball, through 6 at-bats, he's got a 333 average. So I think Cowser is going to be a really solid one. So keep an eye out for him. We got Jake Eder. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Lefty in AA as of right now. This guy's putting up some numbers right now. A 1.77 ERA. We got 99 strikeouts through 71 and 1/3 innings. With his scouting report, you got a big fastball, big slider, you got a changeup there as well. I mean, no surprise. The Marlins just develop all of the pitching. It's ridiculous how much pitching they develop. Let me actually take a look. Is Eder on? He has number 69. Number 69 on Baseball America. So, yeah. Interesting. 82 on MLB Pipeline. Michael Busch coming in at number 81. Here we go. So for Busch this year in AA, he's having a good year on base-wise, a 376 on base, but only hitting 241. Has some pop, 14 home runs, a lot of strikeouts, though. Don't like to see that. So Michael Busch, this is a middle infield guy. I wonder how much of a future he's going to have. Maybe like a utility kind of a guy. I don't know. Be interesting. Or maybe he could be involved in some kind of a trade at some point. We'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, he has a good hit tool. He has a good power tool. So, have to see how those numbers progress. Gunnar Henderson coming in at number 80. So, like me some Gunnar Henderson. This is an exciting one for the Orioles. Another Orioles prospect. 55 hit, 60 power, 60 arm. We got a 50 field. So, he's going to give you kind of everything, honestly. So far, in 2021, I mean, not a very high average, not a very high on base, but he does have the 13 home runs, the 57 RBIs. So, with the Gunnar Henderson, keep an eye out for him. We got Josh Lowe at number 79. So, Josh Lowe in AAA is having a good year, hitting 275, 19 home runs. So, that's really good. I actually want to pull up here minor league leaderboards. So, I feel like that's gotta be. I'm about to say that's gotta be like pretty close to the top. I mean, not really close to the top, but hold on, what is going on here? Whoa, what are we doing right here? Okay, Fangraphs, you're not cooperating with me. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So, okay, but I feel like that's not right. Wasn't there someone else that was at the top? I can't remember. Wasn't there one of the catchers or whatever? He had 28 home runs. I don't know. I don't know. But 19 home runs for him right now. So on here, he's tied for 7th. So either way, he definitely is a guy in the minor leagues that ranks well when it comes to home runs. MJ Melendez, that's what it was. B-Patch, thank you so much. Where is he? I thought he was on. Why isn't he on here? Oh, it's only showing AAA East. Oh, okay. Okay. So MJ Melendez, he's out west, right? Or is he in AA? Yeah, that's right. He's in AA. So, yeah, 28 home runs. That's nuts, man. 28 home runs, 372 on base. I'm sure he's going to be on Pipeline's list here soon. So, Josh Lowe, this will be an exciting one for the Rays. What do you know? Another Rays prospect that is just flourishing in their system. DL Hall, another Orioles prospect. So you're going to see quite a few Orioles on here. But this is an exciting pitching prospect to keep an eye out for. That's what the Orioles really need. They need to really get these young guys developed pitching-wise. Big fastball, 55 curveball, 55 changeup. Needs to work on that control a little bit. Only has 45 control. If we take a look at the walks this year in AA, it looks like the walks are actually doing pretty good. So he was walking a lot of guys back in 2019, 54 walks. So yeah, it looks like he's cutting down on them a little bit. So overall, though, a 3.13 ERA, good amount of strikeouts. So DL Hall, that's another Orioles pitching prospect. There's another one on here we're going to talk about soon, but he's a fun one. So JJ Bleday, I feel like I've been seeing this guy's name for the last couple of years, hearing a lot about him, but I haven't really heard much about him lately. But this year, that's probably why. He's not really doing all that much. He's only hitting 208 as of right now. He's got 83 strikeouts. I mean, that's not going to get it done. So he's really struggling this year. Yeah, he was drafted 4th overall in 2019. So he's still working out some kinks in the Marlins system. Have to see how everything ends up going with him. Xavier Edwards in the Tampa Bay Rays system coming in at number 76. So Xavier Edwards, hey, he's hitting 294. Not really much of a home run guy. This is a guy where he's got a 60 hit, but only a 30 power. Maybe he gets into one once in a while, but he's very athletic. He's good in the field. Xavier Edwards, this is a more athletic Nick Madrigal, if you ask me. So I wonder where he's going to fit in with the Rays. I'm sure they'll find a way to use him if they don't end up trading him. Shea Langeliers, good catching prospect. This is a fun one. Not really many catching prospects. But the ones that you do have in this top 100 list, there's a good chance they're going to be good ones. With a Shea Langeliers, you're going to get a 50 hit and a 50 power, but you're going to get a big arm, a 70 arm, and he's really good in the field. With him this year, he's hitting 267. He's got 19 home runs, so he's definitely hitting some bombs down in AA, and he's got a 346 on base to go with it. So that's the catching prospect to look out for in the Braves system. Nolan Jones coming in at number 74. So with a Nolan Jones, I feel like we're going to see this guy rather soon. He's in AAA as of right now, but he's only hitting 221. So I'm sure the Indians would have liked to have him up by now, but he just hasn't really been able to figure it out. The power's been a little down, only 11 home runs this year, 342 on base. So I'm guessing he'll probably get some more time in AAA next year. We'll have to see. So this is a guy definitely to pay attention to in spring training. I wonder if they'll end up giving him some at-bats in the major leagues. Have to wait and see. Here's MJ Melendez, the Royals prospect at number 73. We just said earlier, this guy is hitting some bombs right now. Actually, it says here, oh no, he has 28 home runs in AA. But overall, he's got 31 home runs on the year. This dude is just mashing. I mean, come on, you don't really see that very much, but he's good in the field. He's got a 60 arm, a 60 field. MJ Melendez, hey, this is definitely a future catcher for a long time for the Kansas City Royals. Asa Lacy, his future teammate, maybe these two could be battery mates in the major leagues one day. But Asa Lacy, I think he was shut down for the rest of this year. I think someone told me that in the chat a couple of days ago. But he wasn't really doing very well for being the 4th overall pick in high A ball. Not really doing all that much. 5.19 ERA. So again, shut down for the rest of this year. Have to see how he does coming back next year. So another Kansas City Royals. We got back-to-back Kansas City Royals. Nick Prado, a guy has a lot of power, 60 power. I feel like the Royals, they recently did something to revamp their how they work with the hitters, and they've really found a way to tap into the power with him. 60 power. If you take a look at his numbers this year, he's got 21 home runs so far in 2021. He's only hitting 263, but the 384 on base looks really good. Nick Prado, it'll be fun to see what he ends up doing. Mick Abel. I talked about Mick Abel on Baseball America's Top 100. I was really hoping the Red Sox were going to get him, and he comes in at number 70 on here. I really liked Mick Abel coming out of high school. When I was just watching the highlights of him, just reading the scouting reports, just seemed like the most complete high school pitcher coming out of that draft. And, hey, the Phillies nabbed him before the Red Sox could get a shot at him, but 4.43 ERA through 14 starts so far. Good amount of strikeouts. You'd like to see that ERA be a little bit better, but, hey, whatever. He's only, how old is he? 19. He just turned 20. So, but here we go. Going into the 60s, George Valera. I feel like Valera was somewhere near this spot. Well, he was at 97 on Baseball America. So, Pipeline thinks a little bit more of him, but 55 hit, 55 power, all around pretty good player. But this year he's putting up some great numbers in high A ball. 255 average needs to be a little better, but he's got 15 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's walking a lot, 47 walks compared to the 55 strikeouts. I mean, that's pretty good if you ask me. So George Valera still far away, but this is an exciting one all around. Possible outfielder of the future for the Cleveland Indians. Nick Gonzalez, hitting machine, coming out of New Mexico State. Then last year's draft at 7 overall, 60 hit. Not really too much of the power, but this is a guy that can get into one. Got a 55 run. Needs a little work in the field. Wasn't the best defensively, but with this guy, I mean, hey, he just gets hits. So reminds me of a Nick Madrigal in a way. But, I mean, anytime I see a guy that can hit a lot and also plays second base, I think Nick Madrigal. But he's hitting 280 so far in high A ball. He's got 9 home runs, so there is some power there with the Nick Gonzalez. I think he can tap into some. Needs to cut down on those 77 strikeouts a little bit. So Nick Gonzalez, that's going to be a fun one to look out for. Ryan Pepio down in Double-A this year was really good. A 2.87 ERA, 81 Ks through 60 innings. Ryan Pepio has a 70 changeup. I just said this earlier. I'm a sucker for a changeup. Big fastball too, big slider. So Ryan Pepio, hey, another Dodgers pitching prospect to keep an eye out for. They did give up Josiah Gray. Could Ryan Pepio be the guy to kind of step into Josiah Gray's shoes a little bit in terms of pitching prospects? Cole Winn for the Rangers, they need some pitching, and hopefully Cole Winn is going to be up sooner rather than later. This guy's killing it down in Double-A at 2.57 ERA, 88 Ks through 70 innings. So Cole Winn, what you're going to get with him, a bit plus fastball, plus curveball, good slider, good changeup, just an all-around good guy to have. So I'm sure we're going to see him at some point next year, maybe even get a start this year. Who knows? Tyler Freeman, going back to the Cleveland Indians. I think this is like, what, the 4th guy on the for the Indians on this list so far. But with a Tyler Freeman, this is a guy they drafted a few years ago. But with him, you're getting a ton of hit, not really too much power. You're going to be okay in the field, but that's what's going to carry this guy is the bat. So in Double-A right now, he's hitting 273 through 41 games, a 372 on base. He's got 2 home runs. So he sounds exactly like the scouting report says, or at least the stats look exactly like what the scouting report says. So Tyler Freeman, the Indians, man, on Pipelines, on their rankings the other day for the organizational rankings, I really thought the Indians were a little low. Let me actually go to that really quick. They had the Indians, I think. Well, that's not right. Hold on. Baseball America organizational rankings. Oh no, this is the one I just clicked. Where is the updated one? Maybe it's on the home page. Here we go. There we go. So with the Indians, I mean, like we just saw here, they have so many prospects on this list already. We're not even halfway through, but they have the Indians. Where are the Indians? They had the Indians at number 18. I thought Baseball America kind of, did them dirty a little bit. I think the Indians should be a little higher. I think they got a pretty solid farm. AJ, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? But yeah, Indians got a ton of prospects here. Tyler Freeman, this is another good one to keep an eye out for. Fuzzy is very excited for the future. Let's stick with the infield here. At number 64, we got Oswald Peraza for the Yankees down in Double A. He's having a great year. 364 on base, a 301 average, 13 home runs, 40 RBIs, 29 stolen bases. Oswald Peraza, I mean, this guy's been solid down in Double A. You're going to get a good hit tool with him. Good athlete. He's good in the field. He's got a good arm. So there's another shortstop, though, that seems to be garnering more attention in the Yankee system. We'll take a look out for we'll keep an eye out for that. But Peraza, this guy's no joke. He's been playing really good. Jordan Walker, one of my favorite draft prospects from the 2020 draft. Love me some Jordan Walker. I mean, this is a kid, man. He's 19 years old, but he just carries himself like he's a major leaguer already. So you're going to get a big power tool with him. I mean, you're going to get a good arm. He needs some work in the field. He's just not as smooth in the field. I mean, he's 6'5". I wonder if he ends up staying at third base. I wonder if he ends up moving, left field or even right field possibly. He's got a good arm, so I think that would fit well. He reminds me of Jermaine Dye. That's the comparison that he's gotten a lot. But with a Jordan Walker, this guy's killing it. In high A ball, he's got a 343 on base, a 293 average. But in A ball, he had a 374 average with a 475 on base. I mean, Jordan Walker at 19 years old is killing it in the minors. Mackenzie Gore, what a surprising spot. If we go to the, hold on, let me go here. MLB top pro. I want to pull up the. Let me go here. Let me pull this back up for you guys. I don't want to reveal anything here. I'm gonna keep it as kind of a surprise. I'm sure all of you have looked at the list, but whatever. I'm going from the bottom to the top. But let me go to 2020. All right, so that is crazy, man. So taking a look in the 2020 rankings, Mackenzie Gore was number 3. That is nuts, and he is all the way down to number 62. That is crazy, man. Like, wow. I don't even know if he's pitching right now. I think they've shut him down for the year. So his last start was in June, but he was just not doing good. Not doing good. He had a 5.85 ERA. I mean, the strikeouts were down. It's crazy. So there's something mechanical going on with him. What is Pipeline saying about him right now? Gore has been one of the biggest prospect enigmas of the 2021 season. His backers believe that the 2019 version of him is still inside him and that he's going through struggles that most pitchers must overcome earlier in their careers. To that point, Gore is only 22 and was ahead of the age curve prior to these latest issues anyways. On the other hand, the longer he struggles both on and away from minor league mounds, the more his stock drops, along with the hopes that he can be a frontline major league starter. Hopefully for Mackenzie Gore, hopefully he figures this out. I'm hoping the best for him. Jordan Groshans in the Blue Jays system, coming in at number 61. You're getting an all-around pretty good hitter with him. A 55 hit, 55 power. He's got a good arm. Right now, I believe he's been playing third. I mean, he doesn't really have a home at short when it comes to the Toronto, but maybe this is a guy that can go slide in at third at some point for him. But for Double-A this year, hitting 286, I'd like to see those power numbers go up a little bit. Only 6 home runs, but he's got a 369 on base. So Jordan Groshans, we've been hearing about him for a couple of years now. So let's see how he continues to do. I am very interested in why Brady House is right here. I don't know. This is where I think MLB Pipeline, I think they're favoring these draft prospects a little too much. I would not put Brady House right here at 60. I would put Jordan Walker in front of a Brady House. I would put Groshans ahead of a Brady House. I mean, I don't know. I'd put Tyler Freeman ahead of a Brady House. I don't even know if I would have Brady House in the top 75. I'd have him maybe in the top 100. But I think that's a little high for a Brady House, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of power with him. He's going to give you a 60 power. He's going to be good in the field. He's got a good arm. But it's a big kid. He's got a projectable frame like none other. But yeah, but right now he hasn't even been playing. I think that's just really high for a Brady House right now. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to turn in anything, but I think just based off of the list right now, I think that's not doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, I think Groshans should be ahead of a Brady House. So, and he's been proving it down in the minors. But Daniel Lynch, here we go, another Kansas City Royals prospect. So we got a 65 fastball with Daniel Lynch. He is with the Royals right now. So no surprise there at only 24 years old. So far in 8 starts, he has a 5.12 ERA. So he's got some kinks to work on with the Royals. But this is a guy that's really showed some potential. In AAA, though, I mean, so if we go back to 2019 and 2018, he's putting up really good numbers. In AAA this year, wasn't really putting up the best numbers. He had a 5.84 ERA. The scouting report really favors him. So have to wait and see how he ends up doing. I'm sure based off of the scouting report, I feel like he's going to end up turning it around at some point. We got Ronnie Mauricio for the Mets. I think this is the first Mets prospect to appear on this list. Not really doing too much right now in high A ball. Only a 276 average, a 276 on base, a 233 average. He's kind of got like these quick hands for the power. He doesn't have like a big frame. He's only 6'3" or he's 6'3", but only weighs 166 pounds. Ronnie, my friend, please have a sandwich, have some ice cream. Please add some bulk onto that frame, my friend. I mean, this guy's got quick hands, so that's why he's going to get the power that he has. But yeah, good bat speed, so that's already a good sign. But you'd like these numbers to get better with him. Moving on, O'Neal Cruz. This is a guy, I mean, this is like Aaron Judge, like, in my opinion. This dude's huge. He's 6'7". Right now, he is considered a shortstop. I feel like he's going to end up being an outfielder. So if you take a look at his fielding, it's a 50 field. That's respectable. But he's got a 70 arm. That right there to me, and he's fast. So I think that right there, he sounds like a right fielder if you ask me. So that's what I'm thinking with an O'Neal Cruz. He's hitting pretty well in AA, 289 average. He's got 9 homers, 349 on base. O'Neal Cruz, I like him. Garrett Mitchell just got drafted last year in the 2020 draft. He's having a good season so far. 274 average, a 408 on base, 14 stolen bases as well. Very good athlete. Has the diabetes, but whatever. I don't think that's really going to be a problem with him. He's been able to manage it so far up to this point. Don't see why it's going to be a problem moving forward. 70 run, 60 arm, 60 field. Garrett Mitchell, I think that was a great pick for the Brewers. I thought they got him at a very good pick at number 20. Zach Veen, really excited to see what Zach Veen can do. This dude's putting up some numbers, man, in single A. How old is he? He's 19 years old. And if you look at the numbers in single A, 298 average, 14 home runs, 62 RBIs. You'd like the strikeouts to get cut down a little bit, but he's got 30 stolen bases. Holy cow, 394 on base, a 514 slugging. Zach Veen is killing it down in the minors. Josiah Gray, he's with the Nationals right now. This dude is doing awesome. If you take a look at some of these starts that he's been having, these guys have been great. If you take a look here, 6 innings the other day, 2 earned runs, 6 innings before that, 3 earned runs, 1 earned in 5, another earned in 5. I mean, this guy's been really good. So, hey, the Nationals, I thought that was a great pickup. You gave away Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, but you got Josiah Gray, who basically just replaced Scherzer in the rotation, and you got Kyber Ruiz, a catcher of the future. I thought it was a great trade for the Nationals. So, and then Max Scherzer could end up just coming back to the Nationals next year. So how cool or how amazing would that be if you end up getting Scherzer and Gray? Oh, are you kidding me? But Quinn Priester for the Pittsburgh Pirates at number 53. So Quinn Priester, as of right now, he's doing really good in high A ball, 2.80 ERA. We got, I'd like to see a few more strikeouts from him, considering he has a plus fastball and a plus curveball. So you'd like to see a little more out of him. Only 20 years old, 6'3", got a good frame. So Quinn Priester, liking him. Josh Jung at 52. His brother is going to be in the draft, possibly in the draft next year. So look out for his little brother coming. But he's got a 60 hit, a 50 power, good arm. But Josh Jung, as of right now in AA, 308 average, 10 homers, 40 RBIs, a 366 on base. Josh Jung, the Rangers, man, they have a pretty underrated farm system. So, and this is just another one. This is another one of these guys where, hey, he's doing good so far in AA. Let's see if he can keep it going. Matthew Liberatore, unfortunately, has not been having the success. And so far, he's had a bit of a bumpy ride in AAA. I think he has done better recently. So Yeah, in his last couple of starts, he's actually been very good. So only 1 earned in his last start over 7 innings. He had 3 earned before that. But before that, he was giving up like 5 earned here, 6 earned there. He had 4 earned there. He was off to a bumpy start, and but he's turned it around. I believe, was he? He wasn't with the Olympics, was he? No, he wasn't with the Olympics. So, but he's really turned it around lately. That ERA at one point was at a 5.21, or was that a 5.34? So he's been putting together some solid starts. So Matthew Liberatore, there's a lot to like with him. A very polished pitcher from the left side. 60 fastball, 60 curve, 50 slider, 55 changeup, good control as well. He's an all-around kind of a guy from the left side. The Cardinals would love to have that kind of a pitcher in their rotation right now. Taking a look, Jackson Jobe gets in at number 50. I believe Jobe was nowhere near this high on Baseball Americas. He was at number 88. So, but Pipeline, they are really favoring him at number 50. With him, you're getting a big fastball, a big slider. I mean, you're getting a plus changeup as well. You know, high school pitcher with a lot of promise. Have to see how it turns out. A lot of these guys that, you know, these high school pitchers. Mackenzie Gore was a high school pitcher that ended up getting drafted. He was looking awesome, and look what's happened to Mackenzie Gore. So, with the Jackson Jobe, I mean, this guy's got a lot of projection. Gonna have to see how he turns out. But a lot of promise there. Let's go. We're in the top 50. We have made it halfway through. Brett Beatty, Mets prospect at 49. Brett Beatty, we're seeing a lot of good stuff from him this year. 373 on base, a 287 average, 12 homers, 55 RBIs through 2021 so far between high A ball and double A. So most of that was from high A ball. Brett Beatty, another solid infield prospect to keep an eye out for the Mets. Aurelvis Martinez, was he on Baseball Americas? I feel like, did I see him the other day? He was at 53, I'm sorry. So they kind of agree with where he's at, right there in the middle somewhere. So 48 as of right now on Pipeline. He's been with A-ball and high A-ball. With A-ball this year, 279 average, he had 19 home runs. So that's really good. 68 RBIs, a 369 on base. So Aurelvis Martinez, hey, another really solid prospect for the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, goodness, some of these farm systems, man, when you kind of go through these prospects, you know, it's crazy how you kind of, like we were on the Indians earlier. I was like, I've already said like 5 Indians prospects already that were in the top 100. The Blue Jays, what is that, the number 3 guy already? I mean, we had Groshans. Who was the other? Was there another one that I said? No, I think it was just Groshans, but already another one. I'm sure there's there's Nate Pearson right there. We'll talk about him in a second. But Blue Jays, man, that farm system's looking rather solid. Robert Hassel coming in at number 47, drafted last year, 8th overall. Yeah, 8th overall last year. I mean, with a Robert Hassel, this was a guy there was like a debate going on. Robert Hassel and Austin Hendrick. So Robert Hassel, while Hendrick kind of had more of like that power projection, Hassel was more of like a polished hitter, like a more complete hitter with a 60 hit. I mean, Hendricks was going to have more of that power tool, but that 60 hit for Hassel, he could always increase that power as he gets older. But Hassel, there's a lot to like with him. He is killing it in A-ball. He's hitting 312. He's got 53 walks compared to 67 strikeouts, along with 28 stolen bases. Are you kidding me? A 407 on base. Robert Hassel. Padres fans, your farm system has been depleted, but at least you still have some of these guys at the top. Tyler Soderstrom, A's prospect. I feel like he's the only A's prospect on this list. I could be wrong, unless AJ Puck is still on here. I don't know. But Soderstrom, there's a lot to like with him. A 60 hit. He needs to improve in the field, so he's only got a 45 field. What do they say? They say right now it's going to be interesting to see how he progresses with his blocking and his game management. So he's still very raw in these 2 areas, but they see a bat. So if he doesn't end up staying at catcher, he could always move to a different position. So Soderstrom, you're getting a good hit tool with him, and it's producing, or it's showing well in the average. A 306 average, 390 on base so far in A-ball. Moving on, Sixto Sanchez out for this year, having some problems with the shoulder, but he was really good for the Marlins last year, pitched in the playoffs last year, a 3.46 ERA. That hasn't pitched this year, so we're not going to see him until next year. But Sixto Sanchez, you're getting a big fastball, crazy movement on his off-speed pitches. He's an exciting one. Nate Pearson, coming back to the Blue Jays recently, I believe. Is he back officially? So yeah, he's pitched in, or no, he's still in AAA as of right now. So he's on his rehab assignment. He has, they're grooming him basically for a bullpen role. So he's only been throwing one inning a piece the last couple of outings. So he was dealing with a groin injury this year. So he was supposed to be with the Blue Jays in the beginning of the year coming out of camp. But just having problems. But with a Nate Pearson, huge fastball. 80 fastball, one of the best fastballs in the minor leagues. 60 slider to go along with it. Nate Pearson, I think he could be a huge weapon for the Blue Jays down the stretch. My Red Sox are fading fast, and the Blue Jays, they better start pumping the gas, because my Red Sox, they are falling out of it. Let's go check those standings. What's going on with these standings lately? So I know the Yankees overtook the Red Sox for second place. That's crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not surprised the Yankees are playing this well. All year, I was saying the Yankees were going to do good. All year. I mean, I know they were hitting their bumps. I know everyone was kind of counting them out. But I was saying, I'm like, look, if the Yankees go out, they add a couple of pieces, they're going to be fine. You know, even the team that I thought they had was still good enough to make a run. But the fact that they added some pieces to help balance out that team, everyone was counting this Yankees team out. Everyone. John Boy was counting them out. I mean, I don't know. Like, everyone was counting them out. They were playing pretty well before that trade deadline. So the fact that they went out and got Gallo and Rizzo, I'm not surprised about these Yankees. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to be honest with you. Not going to be surprised if the Yankees win this division. I said this to my best friend who's a big Yankee fan. I sent him a text message on, I think it was May 5th. May 5th. Let me go pull up this text really quick. What did I say? Or maybe it was May 25th. May 6th. Yankees are going to win the division, because the Yankees were starting to play kind of well at that time. And, I don't know. I just saw a good team. Anyway, but not surprised that the Yankees are playing this good right now. I think in the end, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win this division. I think they're going to win that division. I think they're hot. I think they're going to go crazy in the month of September. I think the Yankees are going to I think they're going to catch up. I think they'll win it. I think the Rays are going to wild card. I don't know about my Red Sox right now. It's looking a little hairy for my Red Sox right now. You're a half game back. I mean, it's going to be interesting with Oakland. I could see a Red Sox Yankees, Red Sox Rays wild card. I could definitely see something like that. Seattle is hot too. Seattle is so up and down this year. But look at what they're doing. 8-2 in their last 10. It's like they go 8-2, and then they go like 4-6, and then they go back to like 7-3, and then they go 5-5, and now they're back to 8-2 in their last 10. The Mariners are such an enigma of a team. Can they just stay consistent? I don't know. Anyway, we're talking prospects here. Anyway, but the Yankees, not surprised about them. Where were we? I was talking about the Blue Jays. Where are the Blue Jays at? The Blue Jays. So we're talking about Nate Pearson. I mean, what are these Blue Jays doing? You have such an opportunity right now to make a run, and what are you doing? So I don't know. Nate Pearson, he could definitely go in that bullpen. So Brandon Marsh coming in at number 43. Just went up to the Angels this past year. With a Brandon Marsh, you're getting a pretty good all-around guy, a 60 hit. He's good with the speed. He's good with the arm. He's good in the field. Brandon Marsh, I think there's a lot to like with him. I think he's going to be a really solid player for the Angels. Alec Thomas with the Diamondbacks. This guy's killing it in the minor leagues this year. He's got a 276 average, but he's got 10 home runs, 41 RBIs. He is walking a ton, 40 walks compared to the 66 Ks, a 371 on base. Really like Alec Thomas. Cade Cavalli coming in at number 41. Cade Cavalli is having a heck of a year between high A ball and double A. This guy, is having a heck of a season. I think you're going to see this guy rather soon with the Washington Nationals. If he keeps progressing this way, would not be surprised to see him in the Nationals rotation at some point middle of the year next year. He is killing it. He's got 3.06 ERA in AA. In single A, he had a 1.77 ERA. He had 71 Ks through 40 innings. He has 76 Ks through 53 innings here. Cade Cavalli, man, a lot to like. Kristen Pache, taking a look here. What happened with this bat, man? I know he didn't really have like the bat. That's not what he was really looked at for, his bat. I mean, his fielding and his arm and his speed. That's where he was really valuable. But the hitting has not really progressed. In the minors, he's only hit 259 this year. He's never really been much of a hitter in the minors. He's hit 280 in the minors in his career. Not really a home run kind of a guy either. So you're really relying on the defense with the Kristen Pache. I think you're going to see him, as another outfielder as a September call-up. So Kristen Pache. I love the glove, though. Love the glove. We're into the 30s. Luis Campusano in AAA right now. Catching prospect. Like I said, the Padres, they basically clean house in their farm system, but they got a few guys at the top still. Campusano's one of them. He is down in AAA as of right now. He's been killing it in AAA. A 288 average, 13 homers, 42 RBIs. So 360 on base. Luis Campusano, you got to like what you're getting with him. And I believe... So yeah, okay, never mind. He has a good arm. He still needs a little work in the field with his blocking and his receiving. So, but at least you're going to be getting a lot of good offense with Luis Campusano. Austin Martin coming in at number 38. I love me some Austin Martin. Can you please just add a little bit more power? They have him at a 65 hit, a 45 power, but he's a good athlete, 55 run. He's good in the field. The thing with him is he's kind of like a utility player right now. Like he's an outfielder. He can play some short, some third, some second. So Austin Martin, but he's hitting really well. The slugging, you'd like to see it a little higher. He's been more of like a singles kind of a hitter right now, like a doubles kind of a guy. So, but he's hitting 281 right now. Or okay, on his old AA team with the Blue Jays, he was hitting 281. But now, through 14 games with the Twins farm system, he's hitting 245. So, Austin Martin, I think there's a really fun player in there in the future. Excited to see what he ends up doing. Royce Lewis, though, I'm getting kind of tired of Royce Lewis. Like, I think this is just kind of prospect fatigue at this point. This guy, I think, has been number one in the Twins system on Pipeline for so long. I just think, this guy hasn't even played this year. He's, I don't know. He didn't even do all that good in 2019. So, to me, I think Royce Lewis needs to be a lot lower on this list. And I think a lot of it, too, I think it's just prospect fatigue. That's a real thing. But he needs to be lower on this list. I think Austin Martin needs to be ahead of him right now. Emerson Hancock having a good year in 2021 between high A ball and double A, a 2.50 ERA through 11 starts. Emerson Hancock, man, just one of the many Mariners prospects that are going to probably help them win a World Series at some point down the road. Can the Mariners get a wild card spot? Can they do it this year? Honestly, if my Red Sox don't get a wild card this year, can we please have the Mariners get a wild card? Please? Can we please? Can that happen, please? Right in front of him, George Kirby. George Kirby, he's been killing it in high A ball and double A. George Kirby, man, what a year. 2.38 ERA in high A ball. He's got a 2.17 ERA overall. Kirby, man, this rotation is going to be dumb. It's going to be so dumb. I mean, you got Logan Gilbert, Kirby, Hancock. I mean, whoever else they end up getting. I mean, come on. This is just dumb. So the Mariners, they're going to be really good soon. Gabriel Moreno. I feel like this is a pretty underrated prospect that you don't hear of very much in the Blue Jays system. So with the Blue Jays, you have a really good catching prospect here. In AA, he is hitting 373. Are you kidding me? He's got 14 walks compared to 22 strikeouts. The guy gets on base like crazy. A 441 on base, a 651 slugging. I mean, come on. I mean, this guy is just really good. He's got a 50 field, a 55 arm. So you want that field tool to be a little better. Where they're saying right now for him behind the plate, it's Moreno's quickness and athleticism that appeal most. So that's definitely going to be very helpful for him. Those skills, along with an above average arm, are what give the Blue Jays confidence in Moreno as a catcher, not just today, but in his development. So he's probably still got to work on the finer things. Yankees, 286 with a $2 super chat. New Jersey kid in high school saw Volpe play. His hype is real. Volpe, I believe we're going to get to him here soon. Volpe, I mean, the guy's killing it in the minor leagues this year. I mean, you were hearing so much about Oswald Peraza, but then Volpe has really come on strong. Going back into early parts of the season when some trade rumors were starting to kind of heat up a little bit. I believe even going back to the offseason, Volpe's name was coming up a lot in trade rumors. So teams know of this guy. I mean, he's killing it, man. I'm sure we're going to get to him here in a second. I would imagine. Right? I don't want to go ahead. Is he going to be on here? Well, let me go. Slick Nick 9898 has subscribed. So maybe he's not going to be on here. So he's number 10 right now on Pipeline. I think Baseball America, I'm guessing Volpe's not going to be on Baseball America's top 100 or on Pipeline's top 100, but he is on Baseball America's, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's at number 78 in Baseball America. So yeah, with a Volpe, you're getting a 60 power, a 55 hit, 55 field. So yeah, let's go pull up his stats really quick. So far, Volpe hitting 302. He's got a 455 on base. That's just dumb. He's got a 623 slugging, 12 home runs, 49 RBIs. It's an A ball. So, and a high A ball as well. So I was looking at the numbers in A ball. So overall, he's still killing it in high A ball. But overall, he's hitting 299 on the year. 19 home runs, 69 RBIs. He's got 27 stolen bases. All around kind of a player, if you ask me. Can Volpe be the next guy for the Yankees? Have to wait and see. But thank you so much for that $2 super chat. No, Akil, I'm looking at this one. No, I'm looking at the Yankees one. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Whew. Almost missed that. I was about to say, they got him at number 10? Okay. I take back everything I just said. Thank you so much for grabbing my attention. Thank you. But I'm guessing Volpe's going to be somewhere on this list. Have to wait and see. He should be. If Peraza was on here. Peraza number 3. Then yeah, Volpe's got to be on here. And then Jason Domingo is probably going to be coming up soon too. So appreciate that super chat. Akil, thank you for grabbing my attention. This potato brain doesn't work a lot. But moving on, where were we? We were at Gabriel Moreno, so definitely could be a solid catcher down the road. Jose Barrero just came up to the Reds recently. But in the minors this year, he was having a really good year. He was hitting 303. He had 17 home runs, 62 RBIs, 378 on base. What you're going to get with a Jose Barrero is kind of just an all-around player. A 50 hit, 50 power, 55 runs, 60 arm, 60 field. So Jose Barrero just came up to the Reds recently. How has he done so far? So in his second game, he went 2 for 3. And he had 3 total bases. So he had an RBI too, or he had a double. So, hey, he's off to a pretty decent start so far in the major leagues. So Jose Barrero, number 33 prospect. Nick Lodolo, big arm coming out of the Reds system here. So Nick Lodolo, okay, maybe not like a big arm like a Hunter Green, but he's more of a complete guy. But he's got a good fastball still. 55 fastball, 55 slider, 55 changeup. Got a good control. So Nick Lodolo is kind of more of like the polished guy, while Hunter Green is more of like that, just that flamethrower kind of a guy. But Lodolo this year, what a year. 2.36 ERA between double and triple A. 75 strikeouts through around 50 innings. Nick Lodolo, hey man, gotta love it. Max Meyer, has anyone forgot about Max Meyer? I mean, this guy's killing it. In double A, he's got a 1.97 ERA through 17 starts. He got drafted 3rd overall last year. I don't know if anyone remembers Max Meyer. This guy's killing it. Look at the strikeouts. 93 strikeouts. Okay, it's 87 innings, but still, whatever. I mean, he's killing it, man. You gotta love it. Max Meyer. But with a Max Meyer, what you're getting with him, you're getting a big fastball, big slider, big changeup. He kind of reminds me of how Jack Leiter is. You know, like maybe Jack Leiter is a step ahead. But Max Meyer kind of reminded me of that, like a 6-foot guy with 196 pounds. But he had good life on the fastball, good slider. I think Jack Leiter's more of the complete picture. But Max Meyer reminds me of a Jack Leiter a lot. So moving on to number 30, another Marlins pitcher, Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera with a big fastball. I like me some Edward Cabrera. Just called up to AAA recently. And this year, he's been killing it, man. A 2.93 ERA through 3 levels as of right now. He's had 6 starts in AAA. I mean, Edward Cabrera, man, you gotta love it. This Marlins pitching staff is gonna be so stupid in the next couple of years. I mean, let's go take a look here at the Marlins depth chart on Fangraphs. So their rotation as of right now, taking a look. So right now you got a Sandy Alcantara, Jesus Luzardo, you got Nick Neidert, Eliezer Hernandez. How is Luzardo doing? Luzardo, what are you up to, man? Okay, well, he's been struggling a little bit. Yeah, looks like, he still needs some work. But hey, with the Marlins, man, they know how to work with those pitchers. But could you imagine a rotation? Imagine Edward Cabrera continues to develop. Max Meyer continues to dominate. Sixto Sanchez. Could you imagine a Sixto Sanchez, a Sandy Alcantara, an Edward Cabrera, a Max Meyer, and then I'm forgetting Rogers as well. Where's Rogers? Trevor Rogers. Oh, he's on a medical emergency. I completely forgot about Rogers. I'm a visual person. If I don't see it, I don't remember it. But yeah, imagine Trevor Rogers, Alcantara, Sixto Sanchez, Edward Cabrera, Max Meyer. I mean, then you got some other guys here too. Luzardo, if he ends up bouncing back. You got Neidert there. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just saying, man. This Marlins pitching is going to be so dumb. Anyway, moving on. Edward Cabrera coming in at number 30. We're in the 29 or the 20s at 29. Diego Cartaya in single A as of right now. Prod Snorkel has just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. We got a 55 hit, 55 power with him. He's got a good arm, and he's good in the field. What do you know? The Dodgers just producing catchers. A lot of catchers from that system. Will Smith, Kyber Ruiz, now Diego Cartaya. He's having a really good year in single A, a 409 on base, a 298 average, 10 home runs. Gotta love it. No surprise here with the Dodgers producing catchers. Coming in at number 28, we got Khalil Watson. This dude reminds me of like a Bryce Harper and a Ken Griffey Jr. mixed into one. This dude, so far through 3 games, he's got a 467 on base in rookie ball, 273 average. I mean, this guy, go look at this guy's swing. Go look at his swing, man. I gotta plug in this iPad here in a second. Where's my charger? There's my charger. But Khalil Watson, man, just go look this guy's swing up. If you didn't see any of his highlights during the draft, this guy is gonna be special, man. A very aggressive hitter. I mean, just go look at the swing. You know what I'm talking about. But all around, really good hitter. He's really fast. He's got a good arm. He's good in the field. So he dropped in the draft this year. I think some of it had to do with character issues. I think some teams were a little kind of scared off with him a little bit. But there is a lot of potential with him. So let me plug in this iPad real quick. 1 second. Okay, so coming in at number 27, we got Hunter Green. I just mentioned Nick Lodolo. So Hunter Green is more of like that power guy. Big fastball. I mean, 80 fastball. You're not seeing a lot of these guys with the 80 fastballs. We saw Nate Pearson, but Hunter Green, ball explodes out of his hand. 55 slider. So he needs a little more with the off-speed pitches. You would like to see maybe like another 61 here, but he's got good control, so you like to see that. In the minors this year between AA and AAA, dude was killing it in AA, man. A 1.98 ERA, 60 Ks through 41 innings, 64 strikeouts through 47 innings in AAA. Hunter Green, man, I think this is someone that could help out the Reds right now, so don't be surprised if we see him in September. Okay, here we go. So, moving on. Oh, Jarren Duran coming in at number 26. There we go. iPad is good to go. Oh, Oscar, is Cartaya out for the rest of the year? Well, at least he put up some good numbers before that injury. Thank you for letting me know that. So, yeah, Jared Cole, I kind of agree. I feel like if you were just drafted, yeah, that's a good point about Khalil Watson. Shouldn't be this high. You know, like, why is he ahead of, you know, a Max Meyer who was drafted? Yeah, this one, that makes no sense to me. Max Meyer was just drafted number 3 overall, or was it 3 overall last year? Yeah, third overall last year, and he's killing it in the minors this year. But why is Khalil Watson ahead of him? Makes no sense. Edward Cabrera is having a really good year. I mean, why is Khalil Watson here? I mean, there's a lot of guys. Like George Kirby, Emerson Hancock. I don't know. There's a lot of guys here. I think Khalil Watson should be. I don't even think he was in Baseball Americas, but I think he was in the 90s, from what I remember. They had him at 79. Like, I can see that. I think that's respectable. But, you know, in the lower 100s. But I don't know. Like, if we go take a look at the whole list. So, like, looking at guys that were just drafted, we had Jackson Jobe at 88. Brady House at 85. See, like, that's another one. Like, why is Brady House ahead of Zach Veen? Zach Veen was drafted higher than what Brady House was last year, and Zach Veen is killing it. So why is Zach Veen behind Brady House? That makes no sense. Who else did we have from the draft? So Watson at 79. I mean, you're gonna get a couple other guys. Like, is Jack Leiter even on this? I think he was, right? Let's add him at 33. So, like, I could see someone like Leiter, maybe. You know, because that's a special guy. That's a special guy pitching for Vanderbilt. So I could, even then, maybe not even that high. So I don't know. But you raise a very good point, Jared. Very good point. Anyway, Jarren Duran, he's been killing it in the minor leagues this year. In the minors this year, he basically underwent some changes with his swing over the last couple of years, and the results were just crazy. 270 average this year, 15 home runs. I mean, the guy had 46 stolen bases back in 2019. The guy is so fast. And this year with the Red Sox, he's not doing great, but, you know, he's in his rookie season. He's providing some moments for them. But Duran, I'm pretty excited about him. He reminds me of Jacoby Ellsbury with a little bit of Grady Sizemore in there. So, Nolan Gorman coming in at number 25. Nolan Gorman kind of having a decent year, 270 average. He's got a lot of home runs, 17 home runs, 53 RBIs. You'd like to see the on base be a little better at 332. But Nolan Gorman, you're getting a big power bat with him, so he comes in at number 25. We are in the top 25 guys. Reed Detmers, he just came up with the Angels recently. I believe he just had a good start against the Astros. Yeah, so he pitched 6 innings, only gave up 1 run against a really good offense. So Reed Detmers, I think, is going to be really solid. Lefty arm. He doesn't have a big arm, but he's got a big curveball. Guy gets a ton of strikeouts. He had a lot of strikeouts this year in the minor leagues. He had 106 strikeouts through 60 innings. The guy's nuts. Henry Davis, number 1 pick. So, like, kind of getting back to, like, the first round picks, you know, being this high. I can understand a Henry Davis. Maybe not this high. But, I don't know, I want to see what they end up doing, I mean, if you look at Henry Davis right now, dude had a 478 on base, a 421 average. I mean, come on. Henry Davis is already off to a stupid start. I love Henry Davis, man. I think he's going to be a really good piece for the Pirates. So, like me some Henry Davis. What you're going to get with him is you're going to get a big arm. He needs some work in the field, but that can always get better. But he's one of the best college bats coming out of the draft. He's probably the best college bat coming out of the draft. And he's got a power bat, too. So, Vidal Brujan came up to the Rays earlier. Didn't do anything. But, hey, this is a guy... Keep an eye out for him, man. Super athletic. Guy can hit like crazy. In AAA this year, he was hitting 288. He had 30 stolen bases. I mean, look at, he had 55 stolen bases back in 2018, 48 back in 2019. He has 30 this year. Killing it, man. He didn't do anything with the Rays, but this is a guy that can really help you out. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in September because, I mean, his legs are just a tool or valuable on their own. He's got a 60 hit, 70 run. So I think Brujan, you'll see him back again rather soon. Corbin Carroll. So I believe he is hurt for the rest of the year, but he was doing really good through 7 games. He had a 435 average, a 552 on base. Corbin Carroll, what you're going to get with him is a really good power tool, 70 run, 55 arm, 60 field. So Corbin Carroll, like I said, I believe he is injured at the moment. So facing a long road back. Season-ending shoulder surgery. You never like to see a shoulder surgery. So, never like that. But Corbin Carroll, there's a lot to like with him. Hopefully he comes back healthy and good to go. Shane Baz at number 20. I love me some Shane Baz. Not against my Red Sox, though. Big fastball, 65 slider, an okay changeup to go along with it. This guy's been awesome so far this year in the minors. He is in AAA as of right now, a 2.30 ERA among those two levels, 85 strikeouts through around 60 innings. So, Shane Baz, he's been killing it. I will not be surprised if we saw him. I mean, maybe he ends up being something like a David Price, how he was back in 2008. Shane Baz, big arm to keep an eye out for. Kyber Ruiz, number 19, just got just got traded to the Nationals in that Max Scherzer trade. He was hitting really well in the minors. This year, he had a 304 average, 17 home runs, 50 RBIs. With him, you're going to be getting a good field tool at 55. So I like Kyber Ruiz. I love that pickup for the Nationals. I thought that was a solid pickup for them. Tristan Casas coming in number 18. I don't know. I feel like this one, I love me some Tristan Casas, but I feel like maybe he's a little high on this list. I mean, maybe I don't know. I just feel like I'm seeing a lot of guys on this list. I like Tristan Casas a lot, but I feel like Casas is maybe more of like a, I don't know, maybe it should be in like the 40s, something like that. I don't know. I think Casas, I mean, I'm excited for him, don't get me wrong. A big power bat, just played in the Olympics. He doesn't strike out a lot. That's what I like about him. He gets a lot of walks, but I like him. He's got a big power bat. He's got a good hit tool to go along with it. He's got a good arm. I like Casas. I can't wait for him to come up to the Red Sox. Should he be at number 18? I don't know about that. Coming in right in front of him, Jason Dominguez, the Uber prospect, the Martian. Not really doing too much in the minors right now. Only hitting 238 with a 326 on base. So Jason Dominguez off to a slow start this year. I'm sure eventually we're going to see him turn it around. But could you imagine if he does not turn it around? I mean, could you imagine that? Oh, Yankee fans would lose their minds. But obviously with a Jason Dominguez, I mean, looking at the tools, 55 hit, 60 power, a 65 run. So he's a good athlete. So that's where I think he's going to be fine. These guys that have that athleticism, they tend to be guys that can work through things. 60 arm, 55 field. Jason Dominguez, there's a reason to be excited for him. Hopefully, he can get through his struggles. Joey Bart, number 16. He was playing for Buster Posey last year. Posey's come back this year, though, and is looking like an MVP contender. And Joey Bart just continues to hang out down in the minor leagues, but he's doing really well in the minors. In AAA, he's hitting 314, 10 homers, 379 on base. I'm sure he'll come up in September. So, Joey Bart, hey, still the catcher of the future for the San Francisco Giants, unless they trade him. But here he is, Anthony Volpe. So earlier I was thinking, okay, wow, is Volpe going to be left off of this? Because I was looking at the wrong rankings. But Volpe, we looked at his stats earlier. I'm not really going to go crazy over these again, but 305 average, 20 home runs so far, 71 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, a 438 on base. I mean, this dude's just killing it, man. He has gone up so high. If we were to take a look at was he on the 2020 list? Doesn't look like he was on 2020. So, was he on the 2020 top 100? I don't know. He's not coming up here. Yeah, I don't think he was on the top 100. But the fact here that he is coming in at number 15, I mean, that just shows what kind of a year he's had. I mean, he's got great tools. I think this is a guy you definitely could see the Yankees really favoring him instead of an Oswald Peraza. So, yeah, Oscar, yeah, I was thinking probably wasn't on the top 100 back in 2020. So, Volpe, for him to not be in the top 100 last year and to be 15th right now, I mean, hey, give him a lot of credit, man. He's having a really good year. Brennan Davis, what's going on with him? So in 2021, in high A ball and double A, so he's having a pretty solid year. 284 average, 13 home runs, 39 RBIs. So Brennan Davis is 401 on base as well. This is an all-around guy I think Cubs fans should be really excited for. Very athletic guy, good hit tool, good power, good field. Good athlete. I think you're going to be excited about Brennan Davis. Jordan Lawler. This one, man, I feel like it's a little high. I think it's a little high. I mean, I love the projection for Jordan Lawler, but I mean, I know he was a top 5 pick, or he was a top 10 pick. He was picked 6 overall, but he was looking at possibly being number 1 at one point. I don't know. I don't know if he should be at number 13. I mean, you got some guys here that, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like right now it's just a little high. But what do I know? But with the Lawler, I love Jordan Lawler. 55 hit, 55 power, 60 run, 60 arm. All-around guy. So hasn't played yet with the Diamondbacks, but I like Jordan Lawler a lot. He's very well-spoken. Just a mature kid. Like him a lot. You know, go listen to, he had a couple of interviews, one with Prospects Live on YouTube. So go look up Jordan Lawler. Very well-spoken kid. I think he's got a bright future. Jack Leiter at number 12. So I know MLB Pipeline is going to heavily favor Jack Leiter. So, I mean, what's there not to like? 70 fastball, 60 curveball, 55 slider, 55 changeup. I mean, ball explodes out of his hand. He's got life on that ball. I don't think he's going to pitch this year. They're probably going to shut him down for the rest of this year, and they'll ramp him back up in spring training. But he pitched a lot this year for Vanderbilt, so no surprise to see him at number 12. Number 11, Noelvi Marte. Lot to like with him. Athletic kid, 55 power. He's an all-around guy. 19 years old. He's killing it in single A. 273 average. 17 home runs. I mean, come on, man. A lot of strikeouts, but I think with age, he's going to cut those down. He does have 21 stolen bases. Noelvi Marte, someone to be on the lookout for. Francisco Alvarez coming in at number 10. I like Francisco Alvarez. This is a guy where I love the scouting reports that say, that talk about their makeup and their leadership skills. I really think players like that tend to go pretty far. So I really like that a lot for him. But along with that, it's the numbers too. So far this year, he has a 391 on base. He has 18 home runs, 59 RBIs. So still a little far away, but I'm excited to see what he could end up doing. Marcelo Meyer coming in at number 9 for the Red Sox. I figured once we saw Lawler at 13, we're going to see Meyer here. Look at Meyer in that Red Sox jersey already. He's already playing, but through 6 games. Man. But Meyer, the thing about him, it kind of reminds me of the Robert Hassel, Austin Hendrick kind of comparison a little bit, where Marcelo Meyer while Jordan Lawler is more of like this all-around kind of a player, Meyer was heavily touted for his hit tool. 60 hit, a 55 power to go along with it. I mean, he's not fast, but he's smooth in the field. He's got a 60 field and a 60 arm. So a lot to like with a Marcelo Meyer coming out of high school. Bit of a slow start so far through rookie ball, while a lot of these other guys have gotten off to pretty fast starts in rookie ball. But hey, whatever. High school kid. I'm not really too worried about it. Marcelo Meyer is a lot to like. Hopefully he ends up producing. Coming in number 8, Grayson Rodriguez. Ooh, Grayson Rodriguez. Where was he last year? He was at number 31, so he's jumped up a little bit. Grayson Rodriguez, 31 in 2020, and now he's at number 8. So, I mean, why not? Through 18 starts, he has a 2.10 ERA. He's got 128 strikeouts through 81 innings. I mean, what is there not to like with a Grayson Rodriguez in Double-A? I mean, come on. I mean, Orioles fans, you got to be excited. You got to be excited. So, Riley Green coming in at number 7. He's killing it this year. A lot of strikeouts, 108 strikeouts, but he's hitting 297, a 381 on base. I mean, come on, 16 home runs. Riley Green, this is going to be an exciting one. Just got called up to AAA with Torkelson recently. We're going to take a look at how he's been doing. He's had 3 games, so he's had a hit in each game. I mean, this guy's had a hit streak now going back to August 6th. So he has gotten a hit in every single game going back to August 6th. Gotta love that. So he's basically been on, like a 2-week hit streak here. So how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's on a 12-game hit streak. So Riley Green, gotta love that with him. You gotta be excited about a Riley Green. Coming in at number 6, CJ Abrams out for the rest of this year. Had a problem with the knee, but we'll see him back next year. So CJ Abrams, this dude is super athletic, probably the most athletic. I mean, Wander Franco is no longer on this list, so CJ Abrams is now probably the fastest guy. I mean, you could also maybe say like a Brujan, but CJ Abrams, what you're going to get with him is a 60 hit, 50 power, 55 arm, 60 field. So hey, another one of these Padres prospects where, you know, a very thin system, but once those top 4 or 5 guys, it's very heavy. CJ Abrams, a lot of promise. This year in Double-A, man, he was hitting 296. I mean, he had 13 stolen bases, a 363 on base. Hopefully he comes back healthy, good to go. Entering the top 5, we got Marco Luciano. Where was Luciano last year? I feel like he was pretty high. 29 last year in 2020. So coming in at number 5 here. So he's jumped up 15 spots. Another one that's killing it in the minors. Well, at least on base-wise, average could be a little better, but he's got 19 home runs and 65 RBIs. Gotta love that. Marco Luciano, with him, you're getting a 55 hit, a 65 power, a 60 arm, a 50 field. So, international signing back in 2018. Giants fans, I mean, you gotta love where you're at right now, man. You've had all this success this year. You know, you have the best record in Major League Baseball, and you have such a good farm system as well. I believe Baseball America had them ranked 5th overall, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5th overall. So, I mean, Giants fans, you got to be pretty happy right now, man. And you got a top 5 prospect too. I mean, come on. Good job, Giants. There we go. Jumped ahead a little bit. Number 4, Spencer Torkelson. A little surprised. Kind of thought Torque would be a little higher on this list. Maybe number 3, but because this guy's been stupid. I mean, look at the numbers. He's got 19 home runs in his first year of professional baseball. He's already in AAA. He just got drafted last year. And the guy is just going off. He has 19 home runs in the minors this year. He has a 391 on base. How many strikeouts does he have compared to walks? So he had 54 walks compared to 81 strikeouts. This is his first year in the minor leagues. I mean, the guy's already looking like he's ready for the majors. So, Torkelson, man, what you're getting with him, in case you didn't know, you're getting a big power bat, a 60 hit. A lot of people compare his bat to someone like Mike Trout. I mean, I don't know if he's going to end up being a Mike Trout, but his swing reminds me of Mike Trout's. So, could Torkelson be the next great bat in this game. Coming in at number 3, Bobby Witt Jr. Love me some Bobby Witt. If you want a plus guy all across the board, look at Bobby Witt Jr. 60 hits, 60 power, 60 runs, 60 arm, 60 field. He's killing it, man. He had a huge home run back in spring training, almost 500 feet. Look at the numbers he's put up this year. Are you kidding me? Between AA and AAA, he has a 291 average, 25 home runs. 20 stolen bases, a 364 on base. Bobby Witt Jr. is one of my favorite prospects. Can't wait to see what he ends up doing. I think he's going to be huge for the Royals. Look at the Royals, man. What a farm system that they have. As of right now, I think they're, number 4? Number 3? The Royals, there's a reason they have the number 3 system, man. They draft so well. They develop these players so well. Hey, exciting future for the Kansas City Royals. Coming in at number 2, we got Julio Rodriguez. So that means Adley Rutschman is number 1. So Julio Rodriguez, we were actually just looking at last year's. So Rodriguez was number 15 in 2020. So he has moved all the way up to the number 2 prospect in Major League Baseball. He's killing it, man. 323 average, 10 home runs, 31 RBIs, 414 on base. How old is he? 20? He's already looking like a very professional hitter, if you ask me. I think we're going to see Julio Rodriguez by next year. This Mariners team is going to be stupid, man. Love Julio Rodriguez. Love him, love him. And Adley Rutschman, no surprise to me, coming in at number 1. All-around great player. This is going to be, I think, the best catcher of Major League Baseball for years to come. Adley Rutschman is so good. He's so good. The numbers that he puts up, man, it looks like he's just been doing this forever. Hitting 284 this year with 19 home runs, 61 RBIs, a 397 on base. But not only does he bring the offense, but he brings an... Hello. Are we still here, everyone? Are we still here? We hit some lag. Okay, we're back. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if we're back. We lost a few people, but at least we made it to the end. Oh no, iVolcanic with a thumbs down. I lost my internet there for a second, but we're back. But here we go. Adley Rutschman. This guy's going to be a stud, man. This guy's going to be, I think very close to what we saw with Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer. He reminds me of Joe Mauer, just like that complete catcher. I like me some Adley Rutschman, man. But these are the top 100 prospects for MLB Pipeline. If we were to go take a quick look at the Baseball America Pipeline, or what did I just say? It's time for bed. It's time to go to bed. If we take a look at the MLB Pipeline top 100 prospects, you guys can see it's past my bedtime. I can't talk. But, they both had Adley Rutschman at number 1. Both lists had Julio Rodriguez at number 2. Both had Witt Jr. at 3. Torkelson at 4. I believe. So they disagreed. They put Pipeline had Riley Green at number 7, while Baseball America had him at number 5. They had Luciano at 6. Abrams at 7. Noelvi Marte at 8. They had Grayson Rodriguez at 9. They had Gabriel Moreno at number 10, while Pipeline had Moreno. Where did they have Moreno? I feel like Moreno was actually a little lower. Or am I missing him? Oh, they had him at 34. So he was Moreno was a top 10 for Baseball America, but number 34 on Pipeline. So interesting. Pipeline, they had a lot of these guys that just got drafted on this list. I felt like some of them were a little too high. I think Khalil Watson is way too high on here. That's just my opinion. I don't think he needs to be at 28. You got all these other guys who were drafted higher than a Khalil Watson last year. They're having incredible seasons in the minor leagues. I think, yeah. What are we saying here? What are we saying? GN, I hope you're pleased with your mediocrity. What the heck does that mean, my friend? I know I'm mediocre. You don't need to tell me. Anyway, but moving on, you know, I respect both lists. I just think with Pipeline, you're just seeing a lot of guys that were just drafted that are on this list. I don't know, but that's just me. I think some guys could be a little higher. I think Zach Veen, you could put a little higher on this list. I don't think Jackson Jobe should be ahead of a Zach Veen personally. I don't think Brady House should be ahead of a Jordan Groshans or even a Jordan Walker. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Pipeline, don't get me wrong, but I tend to lean towards Baseball America more for these lists, but that's what I think. But everyone, I hope you have enjoyed going through the new updated list for MLB Pipeline. Yeah, that's all I have for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Just wanted to do a quick little stream tonight for a couple hours, kind of look at the updated list. But everyone, be on the lookout. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some more content over the next few weeks, or I'm going to be introducing some more content. MLB The Show. I'm going to start doing over the top baseball, or not over the top, out of the park. But I got to go to bed. Out of the park baseball. Yeah, pretty excited for the next few weeks. We're in the stretch run. Pretty exciting playoff races right now. But everyone, I am done for tonight. I will be back here Sunday night. Expect a video over the next couple of days on something. I don't know what I'll do. But I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Thank you so much. And have yourself a good Friday tomorrow. And have yourself a good weekend. But I will talk to you next time.